My name is Deborah Clausen, and I am a co-executive director at Karis Support Society. And I oversee the operations of our organization and the compliance and the licensing, as well as any connections into the community to ensure that our organization can continue to run and support individuals who are seeking recovery from their substance misuse. Karis Support Society offers bed-based recovery programming for individuals that are seeking recovery from their substance misuse or alcohol misuse as well. We offer a long-term recovery support program with wraparound supports for individuals who are seeking that support. Three-tiered program. Individuals can come into our program in a stabilization period. That is about 6 to 8 months long, where they take part in community living and attend classes, start to stabilize in their recovery. After 6 to 8 months, the individuals are eligible to move up to the second stage on our third floor, and where they can live in their own individual semi-independent suites. They still are able to access counseling and other supports that we offer within the safety of our building, but are beginning to spread their wings a little bit and are able to start looking at job readiness, maybe going back to school, and looking at other goals they might have for when they finish our program. And the third stage of our program is aftercare, where our staff will commit to follow them into the community, support them to get housing, and assist them as they transition into the community from living in any supportive recovery program. I've been with Karis for more than 10 years, and the successes that I've seen both organizationally and for individuals in our program are incredible. The environment around recovery and substance misuse support has changed so much in the last few years. Our organization is very unique in our province, and I've seen an awareness building and a change in how receptive people are in talking about recovery. So that's a big success for us in that. We are being more acknowledged across the province and the need for recovery supports, and that is because of Karis existing in our province. Individually, I have seen families reunited. I've seen individuals get degrees from colleges and universities. I've seen people achieve their personal goals, career goals. I've seen people find their purpose, and individuals have a purpose and a meaning in their life that they didn't have previously. I've seen a lot of great successes for individuals that worked hard to set goals and blew those goals out of the water, and stories of resilience of women in our program who didn't believe that they could achieve their personal goals, and step by step meeting those goals and achieving career goals that they never thought existed before. There's a phrase that we talk about in our organization about the fact that the body keeps score of things that happen to us, and stress shows up in our body in various different ways. And every individual experiences stress in a different way as well. And I see it most obviously as an employer. I watch for it in my staff, and I watch for how it shows up in the balance or the imbalance that individuals have in their work and personal life balance. And we talk about that openly in our organization, about self-care and time to really blow off the steam that maybe has built up in the pressure cooker of their life during a day. That could be from personal experiences in their own life or in the workforce as well. And so we talk about self-care practices, and we encourage people to explore those and to be on a journey of finding something that's suitable for them in their life, to be able to find that self-care balance, at the balance of stress and relaxation and wholeness in their health journey. We see stress showing up in families' lives as well. And that can be both partners in a marriage or both parents in a family. And although our organization is supporting women, some of them are in relationships and their partner is undergoing stress as well. And that stress in their life brought them to a crisis because both of them were experiencing stress and it impacted negatively in their relationship where they both needed to seek help to continue in their relationship. There's a men's program that operates in the same region as us. And sometimes one partner will come into the women's program and one partner will go into the guys' program. And there's counseling for those couples as they navigate the separate stresses that they're experiencing together because the guy's stress is different than the woman's stress. The other partner's stress is different than the other one. And there needs to be support for both of them. It shows up in different ways. It shows up in silence. It shows up in aggression. It shows up in anger. And we offer support for individuals who are navigating that. I've observed in some of the couples that we've supported the different avenues that men work through their stress and deal with their stress. Sometimes it's through fitness. Sometimes it's through groups with other men where they can build a safety net. Because if it's not dealt with, it comes out in really ugly ways that impacts kids and families. So they can connect with a physician for sure, for mental health supports through activities. And we have organizations in our regions that can support men, help them have that extra support to blow off the steam that they need to, and to get the mentoring to navigate how to deal with that stress that they're carrying in their life. When I see individuals, men and women, getting the support they need to navigate the stressors in their life, I see families reunited. I see purpose and happiness in these men and these women. I see hope, and I see them setting goals for their future, which I believe only can make our community stronger.
My name is Jerry Pauls, and I'm one of the co-executive directors at Karis Support Society. Karis is here to support women who are on a recovery journey and to give them supports and residential support and all the things that they need while they go on this journey. We want women to be able to leave Karis with life skills, job training, schooling, and just an ability to carry on a sustainable lifestyle when they leave Karis. One of the big differences about Karis is that women can stay up to 2 years, and it does give women a long time opportunity to learn other skills, gives them time to create different relationships in the community, and they can start practicing their new skills with jobs or school and still have the support of staff. Also, we have aftercare support. So when an individual leaves our program and moves out into the community, if they would like to have ongoing supports over the next couple of years, we will provide that. The journey of recovery is difficult, and in order to focus on the areas of your life that brought you into this place, you just need a safe place. You need a place to live that you're not concerned about violence or food security. You also need to have support so that when your own inner demons come forward, that you've got counselors who are able to walk you through them. It's a really long-term with all the cycle supports that one would need to actually work through some of the mental health challenges. Also, we want to be able to provide the knowledge of what medications can work so that women they have that long term to manage different types of medications and find out what works best for them. So in our program, it's community living. Top skill one learns is how to live in community, how to manage your own emotions when things are not going the way you want to. We have eating like food and work schedules so that just the life skills of cleaning and cooking also are happening regularly in the building. So when a woman enters Karis, the first thing that they do is join into our programming. So programming from 9 o'clock in the morning till noon every day and afternoons. We have programs that teach boundaries, programs that teach various personality assessments and relational skills of how to work with each other. We have a dollars and cents program that's offered here, so women are learning budgeting skills. We will have therapists that come in and do workshops on anxiety and depression, just really a wide range of cycle supports that are offered. And then on a daily basis, women are learning the life skills of scheduling, needing to be at class at a certain time to schedule their other appointments. And also the building, we are run by the staff and the residents that live here. So cooking schedules, cleaning schedules, all of that happens while women are living in the building. So really when they leave, they are ready to tackle life outside of Karis. Yeah, one of the individuals that came through our program when she started, she was pretty resistant to the program and to the teaching, and at one point decided to leave because she believed that she knew what she needed to do and carry on well. She came back probably 6 months later. And often what we find the second time around is that the individuals say, I didn't really take advantage of the program. Now's the time. I want to do the work and I want to do the counseling. And she really dug in and did the work. 8 months in, she wanted to go back to school. So she entered one of the community support programs in the college here in Kelowna, graduated 2 years later, and currently she is working in the environment with vulnerable women herself and caring for her family and living a very sustainable life. One of the things that Karis does is we support women with children. So the process of reconciling with children that aren't living with them is a lot of the advocacy that we do and working with social workers. And so I can think of one mom who came into the building. She was pregnant and had her baby here. And while she was here, her other children were returned. We have a townhouse that we can use. So she was living there with all of her kids. They are now all in school, and she is caring for them and getting all the supports that those children need while living out in the community. So if you're somebody that's looking for the support that you think maybe Karis has for you, the first is an application. You can do that online or with your support worker. And initially, you will have an interview with the staff who understands the program and also understands the journey that you are on. And once you are accepted into the program, there will be things for you to fill up. You're going to arrive, and first thing, you're going to meet the staff. You're going to get a tour of the building. You have a bedroom and your own bathroom, which is always a very exciting thing to know that you're not sharing bathrooms, showing the kitchen where you will be eating your community meals. The next day, immediately, you will start programming. So 9 o'clock, we have just a check-in time in the morning at 9 o'clock. We have a facilitator who has been working for Karis for many years and really understands the complexity of women who come into the building and also what it feels like when you're brand new. And we do a morning reflections with that staff. And then we move on to some of our other programming. Perhaps you're in a boundaries class or you're doing a personality profile. Perhaps you're in a budgeting class. That will all happen in the afternoons. Then you will be meeting with your key worker. Everyone that comes in has their own worker that they meet with. So maybe you have lost your ID and you need to find how to get those supports. One of the things that will happen in your journey that you're here is you will get help with a BC housing application, thinking about long term. Where are you going to live when you're finished here at Karis? And as much as that seems like a hard thing to do right at the beginning, actually, it takes a long time currently in our communities. Community dinners, Monday to Thursday. Everyone eats together and staff joins, and just a time to check in for the day, whether it's been a good day or a hard day. Staff want to know. And we have, for the rest of the day, 24-hour staff. So anytime in the evening that you're just struggling on your own, you can just pop in. Our staff, they're not the the therapists or the counselors, but they are there with a listening ear and just want to help you a little bit. And if you need more supports, then staff will connect you with one of our therapists. We have 3 therapists that work at Karis, and those supports will be given to you as well. If there are programs out in the community that you think you would like to join, staff is also there to support you in that process. Most of the women that come to Karis are moms, and I think for those of you, for any of us who are moms, we understand that we carry stress not only for ourselves, but also for our children. It is hugely impacting. We're barely able to manage our own self-care, much less the people around us that are depending on us. And I think this is one of the unique aspects of Karis is that we are moms. Some of the women at Karis have their children living there. Others, the children are not living, but able to support each other to go, what are the aspects of parenting that create an enormous sense of stress? Also, we have a lot of shame of decisions that we have made, things that have impacted our kids. I think this is just a unique part of being a mom and a woman where we carry stress. Often individuals who come to Karis, they have partners that also are struggling with substance misuse. And the combination of the 2 stresses is very complicated and really is set up for emotional abuse, for violence. And I think the stressors for men, what they're going to do in their life, what they've accomplished or what they haven't accomplished, really impacts that relationship and the sense of blame, like who am I going to blame for where I'm at in my life? And probably there are historical situations that have impacted that, yet right now the person in front of you is your partner. And I think that creates a very volatile situation in relationships between the partners. It can easily then become violent, whether emotionally or physically, or both. If we don't have the coping skills to deal with the ongoing stress of finances and perhaps raising children, we tend to react in different ways. Some people run and hide and simply disengage from life and become very passive. And this is certainly one of the areas where addiction comes into a person's lifestyle, is that passive, like a boredom, but passiveness that leads to a life of substance misuse. Or it can turn into violence. There's lots of anxiety, lots of ways of coping that maybe find themselves on the spectrum or with some ADHD behaviors, and the need to find a coping system for how the brain works. Substance misuse is not a choice that somebody makes. It's a survival tool for most men and women. It's how they get through life. As society, we tend to look at it as, a man or a woman who's made a choice and the ensuing lifestyle challenges that happen. If we begin to see it as a survival, I think our mindset towards these individual changes. If I was living within the circumstance that this individual has, maybe I would be doing the same things in order to survive the traumas. What we find is that every individual that has come through our program has various traumas in their life. Addiction doesn't just show up, at 16. It doesn't just happen because you made a bad choice one day. With every individual, there are things that are going on in their lives that need to be hidden. They need to be put away. We need to cope. And it's really important in our society that we see these individuals with substance misuse and understand them as victims. To the very core, they are victims. We have individuals that have come into our program that have a long list of abuse that started when they were very young, potentially from neighbors and family members. Sometimes the relationships in their life, even as small children, have led them into substance use. I have known individuals that by the time they are 5, they've had family members or family friends that have been introducing them to substances, and it takes them on a path that they have no control of. So I think that reminder always that people don't choose addiction. They really are trying to survive the things that have happened to them in their lives.
My name is Colleen Newton, and I'm a volunteer with Karis, and I've been volunteering for the last 6 years. I do anything from picking up the groceries and bringing them back, sorting them, and putting them away. I do some administration work, working on the computer, or sorting files. When a client moves out, I help clean the room and get it organized for another client that's coming in. The reason why I came to Karis was a friend told me that they needed a volunteer for reception. I also like the idea of Karis and what they stood for and helping these women because when they come in, they're scared. I could see it in their eyes. I find them very inspirational. I have a lot of respect for these women that walk through the doors. They're so afraid, some of them. You can see them progress as they go through the program. And I just find that inspirational that these women that have gone through the life they've gone through, they're coping and they are learning skills to go back into somewhat regular life. I come in here and it's like coming home to my second family. They treat me so well. They have so much respect for everybody, clients, their peers, all the volunteers. Everybody gets along so well. Like I say, it's like one great big huge family. We have special events, like we just finished our recovery days. It was so much fun. We were out in the park and celebrating the recovery of all these people. We have celebrations at Christmas time. We have celebrations at Easter, Thanksgiving. We have dinners that we put on for these clients, and they're so grateful and so thankful that that we all gather together and celebrate these things. And preparing for Christmas is my favorite. We put hampers together from donations that come in, and it's just an exciting time. And it takes a month or two to organize it, and it's just a lot of fun.